What is a notice of error? Hi, this is Consumer Protection Attorney Bill Clanton, and I've helped hundreds of consumers deal with debt collection harassment, inaccurate credit reporting, and other consumer-related matters. This video is one of those other consumer-related matters. When you have a mortgage and you think there's some kind of a problem, you can send in a notice of error to the mortgage servicer. Now, you have to explain why. And you don't have to give a lot of detail in this letter, but you need to say why you think that there is an error or a problem with the way your mortgage has been serviced. Now, here are some of the bases that you can send a notice of error for, some of the problems that you can send a notice of error for. Imposing unreasonable charges. If they charge you an unreasonable fee, send them notice of error. Making the first notice of foreclosure illegally, or moving for foreclosure judgment wrongfully. Any of that you can send a notice of error for. You can also send notices of errors for failures of mortgage servicing. The failure to accept an approved payment. So if they don't accept your payment, you can send a notice of error. Failure to apply an accepted payment. If they accept your payment but don't apply it, notice of error. Failure to credit your payment on the date of receipt. So they can't credit it 2 weeks later. They have to credit it on the day they got it. And if they don't, you can send a notice of error. For failure to pay escrow items or refund escrow balance when they're supposed to. Another basis is the failure to give you an accurate payoff balance. And this, I'll talk about this again in just a minute. This is a special case where they have to respond extra quickly. Another basis for notice of error is the failure to provide accurate information for foreclosure and mitigation and loss mitigation options. If you're in loss mitigation, they give you inaccurate information, then you can send a notice of error. Failure to transfer servicing properly. There's a handshake that has to go on between your old servicer and new servicer. You can send a notice of error if they fail to do that properly. And any other errors that they make in servicing. So there's a lot of ways that mortgage servicers make mistakes, and a lot of grounds you can have for sending a notice of error. Now, in your notice of error letter, there's a few important things. Put the date on it, first of all. Send it certified mail and send a copy regular mail. Now, where do you send it? You need to look on your mortgage statement. You need to look on the mortgage servicing company's website for a notice of error or qualified written request address. They may disguise it. They may make it a little hard to find. It may be on the back of your mortgage statement in light print. But look for it. Find that address. That's where you send it. They can and they do have a special address for these things, and they don't want to get them, so they make it hard to find. So you may have to do a little looking, but once you find it, send it there. Once you send it, they have 5 days to get back to you saying that they've received your notice of error. Now, I talked about a special case for an incorrect payoff balance. If you send a notice of error saying they've given you an incorrect payoff balance, then they have 7 days to get back to you with the correct amount. Otherwise, if it's another type of notice of error besides the payoff balance, then they generally have 30 days to get back to you, and they can extend that by 15 days if they write you a letter saying they need an extension. When you get your response to the notice of error, save it. Save a copy of the notice of error that you send. These cases based against mortgage servicers based on notices of error and qualified written requests are document intensive, and you have to save copies of all your documents. The green card you get back in the mail from your certified mail, save everything. If you've got a problem with a mortgage servicer and you'd help with a notice of error or have other consumer related problems, give us a call. We want to help you out. Thank you for watching.